interested, or we will then turn to Senator Nelson. So,
thank you very much,
Senator from Minnesota.
Madam President, I rise today in support of this very important bill, and of course I wanted to thank Senator Stabenow for her leadership, as well as the Senator from Mississippi. It was a true bipartisan effort, and as I heard her list all these names of these wonderful staff people that worked on this bill, I also want to mention my staff member, Adam Duran. But the other thing I thought about was that this wouldn't have happened without Senator Stabenow with her ever optimistic view, never giving up on this bill, and I thank you as well, Senator. It has been 354 days since the Senate passed its last farm bill. I've been counting it down, Madam President, and this is long overdue. This got done in record speed because we had gone through all of these issues, 70-some amendments last time, and this time we were able to get the farm bill through the Agriculture Committee in record time, in 3 hours, and now it's on the floor, and I predict we'll have strong bipartisan support. You ask why. Well, first of all, last year our country experienced the worst drought since 1956, costing the country tens of billions of dollars. In Minnesota, 74 counties were eligible for disaster relief due to drought. This year, the late spring and wet conditions have prevented many farmers in my state from even getting their crop into the ground. Dairy farmers have been especially hurt because of the alfalfa shortage, because of the rot, because of the water. Now, we can't do anything about the weather, but we can make sure that our country has a steady food supply and that we are not dependent on foreign food. How do we do that? By having a smart, fiscally sound farm bill. I can tell you what we have here is a bill that literally saves the taxpayers $24 billion in 10 years over the last farm bill. That's why it makes no sense for me to play a game of green light, red light, and at the end of the year we're going to extend the last farm bill, but it's even more expensive when we have a very smart farm bill here. It matters in my state. My state is #1 in turkeys. I always like to say that. Sweet corn and green peas and oats, #2 in spring wheat, #3 in hogs and soybeans, and #4 in corn. But it is more than the crops and the sugar beets and the wheat. We don't just raise livestock, we don't just produce these crops, we also process the food, the milk at Land O'Lakes, the turkey at Jennie-O, the animal feed at Cargill, the Spam at Hormel. So when we look at this farm bill, we have to understand that it involves not just our farmers. In fact, that is a smaller percentage of the farm bill than, say, the nutrition programs, but it also involves our entire economy and how that all goes together from energy on down. And what I like about this farm bill, Madam President, is it does connect these dots and make sure that we have a strong economy across the board, starting with our farmers, also including strong conservation efforts. And I see the Senator from North Dakota, Senator Heitkamp here. She and I, along with Senator Hoeven, worked very hard to make sure there were strong provisions in this bill for the conservation efforts, which include retention of water with floodings in the Fargo-Moorhead area, also making sure that we had strong efforts for agriculture research, something everyone in our country cares about as we move forward. We streamlined the conservation programs from 23 to 13 programs. The bill funds the energy title programs, which this last extension did not do, and it also does a lot with ag research. I also had some of my amendments included which helps beginning farmers and ranchers. That includes reducing the cost of crop insurance for beginning farmers by 10%. The second amendment helps beginning farmers access land for grazing. These are just a few of these things in this bill. We're excited about this bill, and I would just end by saying, as Senator Stabenow did, that this is a call for action. The Senate has gotten its act together on this bill. We were able to work out a bipartisan compromise in the committee. We are able to get a strong vote on the floor. And now it is time for Speaker Boehner to call the House bill up so that then we can work out the differences as we should in regular order in conference committee. Our farmers deserve nothing less. The kids that depend on these school nutrition programs deserve nothing less. And the conservation efforts in our country, those that hunt, those that fish, those that enjoy the outdoors, they deserve nothing less. It is time to get this bill done. We will vote on it tonight, and then it goes over to the House. And I would like to get this thing out of the House by the time we are ready to head into August, where we talk to a lot of our farmers, and they have a few words to say every time I speak to them, Madam President. And I think the House would like to hear good things for a change. With that, Madam President, I yield the floor.
Madam President.
Senator from Mississippi. Madam President, I'm pleased to join the distinguished senator from Michigan in urging approval of this bill by the Senate. It's been a pleasure working with her and other members of the Agriculture Committee to produce a farm bill that meets the needs of those involved in agriculture production and the consumers of the crops produced by American farmers and ranchers. I ask unanimous consent that the balance of my remarks be printed in the record.
Without objection.
I would yield time now to the senator from Florida for a colloquy with myself.
Senator from Florida.
Madam President, and I am grateful to the chairman of the committee to engage in a colloquy with me about a devastating disease, a bacteria called greening, which is devastating the citrus industry. We know of no cure. The bacteria kills the citrus tree in 5 years, and we're not going to have a citrus crop or industry unless we can find a cure for this bacteria. The bacteria is transported by an insect called a psyllid, and once the psyllid bores its snout into the bark of the tree and the bacteria is injected into the phloem or sap of the tree, it will kill the tree. They found various methods of spraying to try to prolong the life of the tree, but in essence, the tree will die in about 5 years. It's in every grove in Florida. It's now in the citrus industry in California and Arizona. And they have found the psyllid likewise in other Gulf Coast states, Alabama, Louisiana, and it is greening is also in the state of Georgia. And so what we are trying to do is to set up a trust fund, which is authorized in the bill, and to get it funded in order to find the cure for this disease so that an industry that has become so important to the entire country can be saved. I have talked at length with the chairman of the Finance Committee, Senator Baucus, who has been very supportive. As a matter of fact, we passed a similar bill out of the Finance Committee in the last Congress. And I plan to work with Senator Baucus and Senator Stabenow to make sure that this trust fund becomes a reality as we move forward with this farm bill.
Madam President, I would just indicate to my colleague who has been such a strong advocate for his state, for his growers, his people, I'm very grateful for that. He has made his case very strongly. I understand that once a diseased tree is exposed to the disease, there's no cure. The tree will die within 5 years, must be entirely replaced. And in fact, as the Senator indicated, this is something that affects many states. Not only Florida, but Texas, California, Louisiana, Alabama, Arizona, Georgia as well. And so I know this is a serious issue for our citrus growers, and I'm committed to working with Senator Baucus to make sure the trust funds for citrus as well as cotton and wool are included in the final conference committee. I know these are concerns shared by a number of our colleagues, and I look forward to working with the senator from Florida as well as our other colleagues. This is a very, very important issue.
I want to thank Senator Stabenow for her commitment to helping fund a cure for citrus greening. And it is just that. It is an emergency situation. And because of the devastating nature of this citrus greening disease, the Citrus Research Trust Fund must have the guaranteed funding in the Farm Bill. We just simply can't wait any longer. And graciously, Senators Stabenow and Baucus have both been so encouraging and have agreed to me personally to restore the funding mechanisms of the trust fund when the Senate and the House go to conference on the Farm Bill. And when this Farm Bill makes its way to the President's desk, the Citrus Trust Fund needs to be a fully functional and a funded component.
Madam President, let me just say in conclusion that I look forward to working with my colleague to ensure there's a guaranteed source of funding for the Citrus Trust Fund. I understand the devastation that he's speaking about to an entire industry, and am looking forward to working with him.
And of course, I would just conclude, Madam President, by saying that I not only speak of this for my state, Florida, of which citrus is one of its primary industries, and now the product of which is a staple on every American breakfast table. But I speak also of our sister states, Arizona, California. By the way, to Madam President, I would say that the psyllid and the bacteria are in the state of Hawaii as well, Arizona, Georgia, Louisiana, and Alabama. And I am grateful, very grateful for this commitment. Thank you.
Under the previous order, all post-cloture time is expired, and the question occurs on Amendment Number 998, offered by the Senator from Vermont, Mr. Leahy.
Madam President, this amendment is very simple. It sets up a pilot program for real ultra-high-speed internet in rural areas. We're going to have this in urban areas. All we're saying is let rural areas, and every single senator represents a rural area somewhere in their state, allow rural areas to compete with urban areas for jobs, for education, for medical care. The ultra-high-speed internet service pilot is narrow in scope, carefully drafted. I know it's supported by the distinguished chair and the distinguished ranking member, has the potential of bringing, as I said earlier, innovation of Silicon Valley to the Upper Valley, in Vermont to rural areas across the country. It's almost what we had to argue about rural electricity back before I was born, whether rural areas would be the same as urban areas. This makes possible. I'd urge its passage.
Madam President, I would urge a yes vote on the Leahy amendment.
The question is on the Leahy amendment. All those in favor say aye. Is there a sufficient second? There appears to be. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Alexander, Ms. Ayotte, Ms. Baldwin, Mr. Barrasso, Mr. Baucus, Mr. Begich, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Blumenthal, Mr. Blunt, Mr. Bozeman, Mrs. Boxer, Mr. Brown, Mr. Burr, Ms. Cantwell, Mr. Cardin, Mr. Carper, Mr. Casey, Mr. Chambliss, Mr. Chiesa, Mr. Coates, Mr. Coburn, Mr. Cochran, Ms. Collins, Mr. Coons, Mr. Corker, Mr. Cornyn, Mr. Cowan, Mr. Crapo, Mr. Cruz, Mr. Donnelly, Mr. Durbin, Mr. Enzi, Mrs. Feinstein, Mrs. Fisher, Mr. Flake, Mr. Franken, Mrs. Gillibrand, Mr. Graham, Mr. Grassley, Mrs. Hagan, Mr. Harkin, Mr. Hatch, Mr. Heinrich, Ms. Heitkamp, Mr. Heller, Ms. Hirono, Mr. Hoven. Mr. Inhofe. Mr. Isaacson. Mr. Johans. Mr. Johnson of Wisconsin. Mr. Johnson of South Dakota. Mr. Kane. Mr. King. Mr. Kirk. Ms. Klobuchar. Ms. Landrieu. Mr. Leahy. Mr. Lee. Mr. Levin. Mr. Manchin. Mr. McCain. Mrs. McCaskill. Mr. McConnell. Mr. Menendez. Mr. Merkley. Ms. Mikulski. Mr. Moran. Ms. Murkowski. Mr. Murphy. Ms. Mrs. Murray. Mr. Nelson. Mr. Hall. Mr. Portman. Mr. Pryor. Mr. Reed, Rhode Island. Mr. Reed of Nevada. Mr. Risch. Mr. Roberts. Mr. Rockefeller. Mr. Rubio. Mr. Sanders. Mr. Schatz. Mr. Schumer. Mr. Scott. Mr. Sessions. Mrs. Shaheen. Mr. Shelby. Ms. Stabenow. Mr. Tester. Mr. Thune. Mr. Thune. Mr. Toomey. Mr. Udall, Colorado. Mr. Udall of New Mexico. Mr. Vitter. Mr. Warner. Ms. Warren. Mr. Whitehouse. Mr. Wicker. Mr. Wyden. Senators voting in the affirmative: Cantwell, Collins, Cowan, Rankin, Hagan, Harkin, Heitkamp, Hirono, Johans, Johnson of South Dakota, Kane, King, Klobuchar, Leahy, Nelson, Rockefeller, Schatz, Schumer, Stabenow, Udall of New Mexico, Warren, Whitehouse. Senators voting in the negative: Ayotte, Cochran, Corker, Cornyn, Crapo, Heller, Isaacson, Kirk, McConnell, Toomey. Mr. Tester, aye. Mr. Wyden, aye. Mr. Hoven, no. Ms. Baldwin, aye. Mr. Alexander, no. Mr. Blunt, no. Mr. Moran, no. Mrs. Shaheen, aye. Mr. Reed of Rhode Island, aye. Mr. Shelby, no. Mr. Burr, no. Mrs. McCaskill, no. Mr. Bennett, aye. Mr. Lee, no. Mrs. Fisher, no. Mr. Thune, no. Mr. Coburn, no. Mrs. Gillibrand, aye. Mr. Johnson of Wisconsin, no. Mr. Cruz, no. Mr. Wicker, no. Mr. Grassley, no. Mr. Hatch, no. Mr. Roberts, no. Mr. Barrasso, no. Mrs. Boxer, aye. Mr. Sessions, no. Ms. Mikulski, aye. Mr. Bozeman, no. Mr. Inhofe, no. Mr. Casey, aye.
Well, it's pretty exciting. You all are going to learn more about immigration than you ever knew in your life. Here are the next three.
Mr. Risch, no. Mrs. Feinstein, aye. Mr. Cardin. Mr. Cardin. Aye. Mr. Carper. Mr. Carper. Aye. Mr. Pryor. Mr. Pryor. Aye. Mr. Murphy. Mr. Murphy. Aye. Okay. Mr. Flake. Mr. Flake. No. Mr. Coons. Mr. Coons. Aye. Mr. Donnelly. Mr. Donnelly. Aye. Mr. Coates. Mr. Coates. No. Mr. Enzi. Mr. Enzi. No. I might have. Mr. Rubio. Mr. Rubio. No. Mr. Menendez. Mr. Menendez. Aye. Mr. Merkley. Mr. Merkley. Aye. Mr. Portman. Mr. Portman. No. Mr. Levin. Mr. Levin. Aye. Mr. Chiesa. Mr. Chiesa. No. Mr. Heinrich. Mr. Heinrich. Aye. Ms. Landrieu. Ms. Landrieu. Aye. Mr. Durbin, Mr. Durbin, aye. Mrs. Murray, aye. Mr. Baucus,
Another branch.
aye. Mr. Reed of Nevada, aye.
Is there anyone wishing to change his or her vote? If not, on this vote, the yeas are 48, the nays are 38. The amendment is agreed to. Without objection.
We're going to have one more vote tonight. We're going to have one more vote
The
tonight.
Majority Leader?
Yeah, we're going to have one more vote tonight on final passage for the farm bill.
The clerk will read the bill for the third time.
Counter number 73, S954, a bill to reauthorize agricultural programs through 2018.
Under the previous order, the question occurs on S954 as amended. Is there a sufficient second? There is. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Alexander. It's White House. Ms. Ayotte. Ms. Baldwin. Mr. Harkin. Mr. Barrasso. Mr. Baucus. Mr. Begich. Mr. Bennett. Mr. Blumenthal. Mr. Blunt. Mr. Bozeman. Mrs. Boxer. Mr. Brown. Mr. Burr. Ms. Cantwell. Mr. Cardin.
No, thank you. You're good. Thank you so much.
Mr. Cardin. Mr. Carper. Mr. Casey. Yes, I did. Mr. Chambliss. Mr. Chiesa. Mr. Coates. Mr. Coburn. Mr. Cochran. Ms. Collins. Mr. Coons. Yes. Mr. Corker. Mr. Cornyn. Mr. Cowan, Mr. Crapo, Mr. Cruz, Mr. Donnelly, Mr. Durbin, Mr. Enzi, Ms. Fisher. Mrs. Feinstein.
That's okay.
Mrs. Fisher, Mr. Flake.
Just started.
Mr. Franken, Mrs. Gillibrand.
Go down.
Mr. Graham. Mr. Grassley, Mrs. Hagan, Mr. Harkin, Mr. Hatch, Mr. Heinrich, Ms. Heitkamp.
Yeah, you might. Unless you
Mr. Heller. Ms. Hirono. Mr. Hoven. I didn't hear you. Thank you, sir. Mr. Inhofe, Mr. Isaacson. You're a no, sir? Mr. Inhofe? You're a no? Yep. Mr. Johans, Mr. Johnson of Wisconsin, Mr. Johnson of South Dakota, Mr. Kane, Mr. King, Mr. Kirk, Ms. Klobuchar, Ms. Landrieu, Mr. Leahy, Mr. Lee, Mr. Levin, Mr. Manchin, Mr. McCain, Mrs. McCaskill, Mr. McConnell, Mr. Menendez, Mr. Merkley, Ms. Mikulski, Mr. Moran, Ms. Murkowski, Ms. Murkowski, Mr. Murphy, Mrs. Murray, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Paul, Mr. Portman, Mr. Pryor, Mr. Reed of Rhode Island, Mr. Reed of Nevada, Mr. Risch, Mr. Roberts, Mr. Rockefeller, Mr. Rubio, Mr. Sanders, Mr. Schatz. Did you get me? Mr. Schumer. Mr. Scott. Mr. Sessions. Mrs. Shaheen. Mr. Shelby. Ms. Stabenow. Mr. Tester. Mr. Thune. Mr. Toomey. Mr. Udall of Colorado. Mr. Udall of New Mexico. Mr. Vitter. Mr. Warner. Ms. Warren. Mr. Whitehouse. Mr. Wicker. Mr. Wyden. Senators voting in the affirmative: Alexander, Baldwin, Baucus, Bennett, Blumenthal, Blunt, Bozeman, Boxer, Burr, Cantwell, Cardin, Carper, Casey, Chiesa, Coates, Cochran, Collins, Coons, Cowan, Donnelly, Durbin, Feinstein, Fisher, Franken, Gillibrand, Grassley, Hagan, Harkin, Heinrich, Heitkamp, Hirono, Hoven, Isaacson, Johans, Johnson of South Dakota, Kane, King, Landrieu, Leahy, Levin, McCaskill, Merkley, Murphy, Murray, Nelson, Reed of Nevada, Rockefeller, Schatz, Schumer, Stabenow, Tester, and Warren. Mr. Wyden. Mr. Wyden, aye. Senators voting in the negative: Ayotte, Barrasso, Coburn, Cornyn, Crapo, Cruz, Enzi, Flake, Hatch, Heller, Inhofe, Johnson of Wisconsin, Kirk, McConnell, Portman, Reed of Rhode Island, Risch, Roberts, Rubio, Sessions, Shelby, Thune, Toomey, and Whitehouse. Mr. Wicker, aye. Lee. Mr. Lee, no. Mrs. Shaheen. Mrs. Shaheen, aye. Mr. Pryor. Mr. Pryor, aye. Ms. Klobuchar. Ms. Klobuchar, aye. Mr. Udall of New Mexico, aye. Mr. Corker. Mr. Corker, no. Mr. Moran. Mr. Moran, aye. Ms. Mikulski. Ms. Mikulski, aye. Mr. Menendez? Aye.
voted no.
Mr. Chambliss. Mr. Chambliss, aye. Mr. Scott? No. Mr. Brown? Mr. Brown, aye.